What's up, folks? Hey, I'm back out at that spot where I found that little fleck of gold on the bottom of that rock that I was asking y'all if I should bring home or not. So I came back out. I brought the Gold Monster 1000 with me, farted around with, and I brought all my my panning gear, and I got my turbos on. Brought my portable sloosh, whatever, sloosh, that's it. And I'm gonna go do a couple of test pans. I brought a secluding device that kind of like separates the fines and the heavies from the bigger boulders and bigger rocks and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna take a bucket home. So being that there was that one fleck of gold on the bottom of that, and I figured there was probably a pretty good chance that I would find some good color down in that little hole. So instead of having to walk all the way around, so what I did last time is I had to cross way up there, across a log jam, and then I had to walk down the stream and then way up the bank, down the other side, just to get to that point where I found that marble at. So this time I brought waders so I can just kind of get across the creek. So it'll be a lot easier, a lot faster, and I can bring gear over. So heck yes. Alrighty, stay tuned. Dude, where have these things been all my life? Check it. Waders. Why have I not invested in some of these earlier? I mean, seriously, they're called hip waders, I'm pretty sure, but they're actually more like groin waders, but I don't think that would be as strong of a selling point. Anyway, freaking sweet. They yeah, just put them on like a pair of go-go boots, I guess. I've never worn go-go boots, but I'm pretty sure this would be like the equivalent for a dude. And then it just kind of clips onto your belt right there, which is freaking sweet. So yeah, normally I'd have to be all walking upstream and playing leapfrog and some crap to get all the way over here. But the spot that I found that boulder was right there. Right there. And look, that's the side-by-side. Before, I had to come all the way. I had to cross the log jam up there, side hill this junk. Actually, I didn't. I side hilled till about there, and then I had to go up and back down just to explore all this. And now with these super sweet waders, I can just hop out on a whim and go check cool stuff out. Pretty sweet, huh? Okay, so maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake getting waders, you know, because already I'm finding like I'm able to like find this kind of stuff. So this is, you can see where it was basically liquid and then settled against the texture of another rock, I think, and then it eroded out. But how cool is that? And then like this piece, nothing spectacular, except you can see the clastic flow of some kind that went through it, which usually a dull gray is kind of a signifier of gold. Correct me if I'm wrong, probably am, but I might be right. I heard about it once on YouTube, so it's got to be right? But there's stuff everywhere. You just pick it up everywhere. So those of you who are big time rock hounders and you want to up your game, Juanita, I'm talking to you. Yeah, get some waders, because holy crap, now the creek is no longer just a public creek. It's now my rock garden collection. So how sweet is that? What's up, folks, again? So right there in that hole, that's where I dug that big rock out that had the little fleck of gold on it. And I brought my metal detector, you know, just to check, because man, did I realize I was going to be doing a lot of just empty panning. So I checked it right here, and check this out. It likes it. It's swinging over here to the non-ferrous, which is non-magnetic. So that would be leads, which this is probably lead, because a lot of people shoot in the area a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of shooting going on in this creek. And then this side over here is your ferrous stuff, like just regular steel. But it keeps going. It kind of swings both ways. But as they say, gold rides an iron horse. Something like that. So maybe there's a piece of gold with a little iron horsey there. Maybe. Let's find out. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. Look at that. That is what was down there. How freaking cool is that? That's pretty sweet. And look how long it's been there. It has been, when this was lost in the water probably, and never found. I mean, look at that. Oh, there's my joiner thumb. It's growing back. Look at this. I had one of these when I was a kid. I don't know. I can't remember what. I mean, mine was tiny, half this size. But man, how this is sweet. This is an old, I mean, yeah, it's not an actual old-timer knife. I don't know, maybe it is. But an old-timer was using this. He's probably a young buck. Oh, another knife pun. Oh, anyway, I'm pretty impressed with myself on that one. Anyway, I think this is just sweet. This is super cool, I think. Who knows how long you used it for before losing it. So always recheck your spot too, because this would have been showing up in the ferrous stuff, not the non-ferrous. So there still should be something there. All right, folks, check this out. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, it's pretty. Gorgeous. So let me show you what this is all about. So it looks like I've got two gold pans, right? There, and you can see it. So this first one is actually the secluder. So see those holes? It's like a sieve. So what you do, take your shovel and take whatever kind of material you want in the pan. Of course, I found a giant rock. I've been digging out of this here. So dump it right in there. Wash your big stuff, because you just never know. Plus, I'm looking extra close too, because who knows, maybe I'll find a blade to that knife. How cool would that be? But you wash it. And then all your fines empty into the pan. And that you can just discard. Ideally not where you just been digging from. Then you can proceed to pan it. And agitating it. A lot of this rock is pretty yellow. I did not set my camera to screw you guys. Some guys do that and everything looks like gold. I hate it. And yeah, I'm going a bit fast just because I'm doing this as an example. Agitating it. I've got the back of the pan to the upstream current. Letting it take it. Agitating some more, working it back down. And then you got your fines. Work that back down again. Now, see all the black sand up there? Come on, focus. There. Black sand. Gold would be in that. That's actually the least amount of black sand that I've had so far. But that's because I wasn't trying too hard to get you a nice sample. So, pretty sweet, huh? But starting to think maybe that piece of speck of gold that I thought was gold might have been just a yellow rock. But, or it was gold and it's just, you know, a little more elusive than you might think. So, but anyway, that was fun finding that knife. That was a blast. I might do a quick little scan just uphill from that because I literally found, let me show you. The knife was there. The marble was right over there. So I believe this was the camp. This must have been camp, or the other side of the creek was camp. I'm not sure, but or both sides were camp, who knows. So I'm gonna mess around with the metal detector a little bit, and if I find anything sweet, I'll show it to you. All right, so check this out. This is the kind of black sand you want to see. This was one round of classifying. Get off me, mosquito. Look at all that. That is all black sand. Pretty good. That was just one heaping thing from that rock right above where the knife was. Pretty sweet, huh? And this is a huge pan too. Here it is compared to the top of a 5-gallon bucket. So it's a pretty good sized pan. But that's a lot of black sand, I think.